the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. And coming up in just a bit, tip-off will be live from New Orleans as the Pelicans go up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. For the Timberwolves, 2 games into the season series against this team, they're tied at a game apiece, looking to grab the edge tonight. Here we are coming up on the All-Star break. Shaq, for guys that are in a groove, could this disrupt their rhythm?
You know, veterans know how to keep things rolling, Ernie. Some younger guys could be affected mentally because you know those young guys, they don't concentrate anyway. They have ADHD, ADD, APD, AUD, DOD, DAD, and all the other Ds.
E-I-E-I-O.
No doubt. With a knick-knack paddywhack. If you're on a hot streak and it's for real, it doesn't matter. It's going to continue. And if you're kind of this team that when things don't go well and then all of a sudden you start to struggle, then it's not real, Ernie. But I think this one's real.
Thanks for tuning in, folks. We're going to see you later.
Small forward at 6'3", number 55, Ejuan Moore. Starting at point at 6'3", number 4, Elfrid Payton. The other forward at 6'9", number 30, Julius Randle. At guard 6'4" from UCLA, number 11, Drew Holiday. Man in the middle, 6 feet 10 inches, number 23, Anthony Davis. Your home team head coach is Alvin Gentry. Pelican fans, give it up for your New Orleans Pelicans!
We're coming at you from beautiful New Orleans, Louisiana, as the Pelicans prepare to take the court. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Karl-Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. For the Timberwolves, this is the last game before heading back to Minnesota. They've lost their last 3 games, and guys, they like that streak to end tonight here.
Yeah, and they're going through right now one of those situations that's just difficult to deal with. Doubt begins to really creep in when the losses continue to mount, and then you can have splintering, which doesn't help the situation.
Tip-off goes to Minnesota. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Gibson plays the 4 with Towns in the middle. Then there's Teague. Then it's Andrew Wiggins. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
Well, you see the value Drew brings on the defensive end. Anticipates well, has the long reach and very quick hands.
Here's Davis, laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
A guy who converts well at the rim, you like to see the aggression there.
You really like him setting the tone early. Physical, challenging guys to stop him.
Okogie. Timberwolves working now with the new shot clock. Back to Gibson. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Gibson, a force on the offensive glass. He's a worker, and you saw it right there.
And Greg, what's not to like about Taj Gibson?
I mean, he's a hard worker defensively, finishes well inside, he's got the mid-range shooting touch. But what I like most, really, his unselfishness. He started, came off the bench, no complaints. This is a guy that just wants to win.
And Holiday with the basket on the assist from Randle. And it's 6 points for Drew Holiday.
You see the game plan is working already. 4 straight makes to start this one.
Teague surveying the D. Okogie from outside off the mark. For New Orleans, they've gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. And they pick up 2.
Oh my goodness, 5 straight coming out of the gate.
Minnesota comes into this one following a loss to the Magic in Orlando. Teague against Payton. And the dunk by Towns.
And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point man.
Holiday finds more. New Orleans moving the ball around. Here's Davis. The shot from the low post is good.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Payton on the double team. And that one goes out of bounds. That's touched by Teague.
And here we have an opportunity to check out Karl-Anthony Towns. The last 10 or so games, he has been remarkable. Averaging about 26 points per, 11 rebounds, and 4 assists. And what sets him apart is his rebounding. And as you can see, he's been in peak form.
You know what? It's part effort, part instincts. You see teams trying to keep a body or 2 on him, but that's easier said than done.
Let's send it over to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Tom Thibodeau. D.A.?
Kevin, he told me their focus has to be at the defensive end. Better teamwork and communication. He said with that team, when you get your wires crossed defensively, you get burned. He also said that even though they've won 2 out of the 3 games in this season series, they want to approach tonight with an underdog mentality. We'll see if that can be done. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thanks as always. Their goal early on is a simple one, keeping those opposing shooters from getting hot.
Yeah, and so defensively, they can't get tied into any one strategy. It might take a few different approaches here before they find one that works.
Greg, the reason why is you're never sure which of their shooters is going to get hot. The matchups will change depending on who's doing the most damage.
And so it's Minnesota with it after Drew Holiday's score. So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. We're about halfway through the season, Smitty. At this point, how much can teams really improve?
I think if you have younger guys, you start to see those guys develop. And then also if you have a lot of new guys, you see the chemistry start to form. And then a lot of times you can improve when you have guys coming back from injuries. A lot goes into a season. It's a roller coaster kind of effect. But it's good when you start to see teams put it together at the halfway point.
All about managing time, managing games, and injuries.
You're so true.
Quick check of the league's assist leaders. Here are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. Third, Drew Holiday.
His passing has been so terrific. You can see his unselfishness really rubbing off on the rest of the team.
Wiggins drawn the double team.
And a moment here to look at the numbers for Holiday. Third in assists, and he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
And as you mentioned, top 3 in assists right now. He does a great job of running the offense, spotting the open guy, and making the sound delivery.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Down low, here's Wiggins, and that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Wiggins has got his first points of the night.
You get a chance to see the elite court vision there. Excellent pass.
The shot by Holiday, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Good work there as it goes.
Just a great job there from Teague to locate where his teammate was and get the ball to him on time.
Holiday, that's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. To the left wing. Off target from three-point range.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
From down in the low post, it goes. Holiday's got 12.
How about the quarter he's having? Tremendous execution on the offensive end, helping to further fuel this lead.
Moore against Wiggins. Outside, Towns takes the 3. Pelicans with the rebound. Last time they came together was in Minnesota, where they fell to the Wolves.
And that's what happens when you become too perimeter-oriented. If you're not hot, you don't score.
Well, when you force it all night, you don't get good results. Never really adjusted the game plan the way they should have.
Here's T, following the basket by Anthony Davis. Now T, that one doesn't drop. Good D by Peyton. Here's Davis, and it's slammed in by Davis.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
My opinion, it's been the commitment to pounding the ball inside. That's what's giving them the upper hand.
T kicks to Towns. Over Davis. And that one goes long. Looking at the last game for the Timberwolves, it was a loss to the Magic.
Yeah, I just thought their energy was lacking defensively. Just gave up way too many easy shots.
You know what? That's a problem anytime, but especially on the road where you need to be given an extra effort.
At the line for your Pelicans.
And we've all heard the rumors that have been floating around the last few seasons. A lot of speculation if Davis could get traded or Greg leave in free agency.
I mean, Davis moving would be one of the rare situations where it literally could shake up the entire league. You hear a lot of different teams express their interest in him. But credit to Davis. He really has remained committed to New Orleans and has said everything you'd want to hear from a fan's perspective.
First free throw is good.
One of the most productive all-around players in the game. AD has already accomplished a lot individually. Next, winning.
Derrick Rose is checked in for the Timberwolves. Good on both.
And with everything that Anthony Davis does on offense, it's just mind-boggling. His scoring inside and out, the percentages, he does it all. He is undoubtedly one of the best big men in the league, and many would argue he is the best in the NBA.
Minnesota calls timeout. And with Anthony Davis, the stat lines, Greg, he can post on any given night are just absurd.
Really, Davis still strong defensively, but he really impacts every facet of the game. One of the rare players who can carry a team on both ends of the floor. There just aren't many great players that can lead a team to a championship, but I think Davis is of that mold.
Gee, I feel so lucky now to have you all along, girl. I really love the way you love, girl. Whenever I'm young, baby, you blow my mind, baby. I'm so alive, baby. You blow my mind.
And where the shots been coming from tonight? Here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for Minnesota.
And they've really shied away from the mid-range. That's a new school style, and looking for shots beyond the arc and at the rim, those tend to be far more efficient.
Teague against Peyton. Pass to Wiggins. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Teague's got his 4th assist in this one. Pelicans leading by 15. Here's Holiday, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Minnesota gets called for the foul.
Shooting for New Orleans.
Well, Greg, Anthony Davis with so much talent, It's easy to take Drew Holiday for granted.
I mean, I think Holiday is the catalyst in terms of this team's ability to create and really put pressure on an offense. It has improved his scoring and become a very efficient option at that guard spot. Has always been selective with his shots, but now is pressing a bit more to get involved, and more aggression from him, I think, has helped his production.
Free throw, good, Holiday.
Every day, Holiday can be relied upon to bring focus, energy, toughness, and he's a terrific competitor.
Both free throws good from Holiday. And when it comes to big men who can really handle the basketball, there aren't many of them, but there are a few, and they're pretty good at it, the bigs.
You know, I think the best at this, and we don't consider him a big, but he's close to 7 feet, is Kevin Durant.
Right.
Handling the basketball for a big. DeMarcus Cousins is really good. You look at guys like LaMarcus Aldridge, not bad. Blake Griffin, for his size, being able to handle the basketball. We have so many guys that have that skill set, and they're 6'10" and above.
Outside Teague, passes to Towns. That's good, and so Teague with the assists. Teague's got 5 assists tonight.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
The shot by Holiday, no good. Timberwolves trail by 13. Outside Teague, dishes at DeRose. Taken away by Holiday. Oh, and here comes Holiday all alone. And Holiday throws it down.
And from the opening tip, they have been in complete control of this one.
Dominate on the court, and it's showing up on the scoreboard. Let's see if they can maintain this level of intensity.
Here's Teague following the score by New Orleans. A three-pointer, Wiggins. Randall grabs the board. Here's New Orleans. They're on a 14-6 run. Here's Davis. The shot missing. And Minnesota will come the other way. Rose surveying the D. Towns wide open. And the three ball is good. Towns has got 9.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
And guys, they've come out and established a rhythm. And also their play calling has been on point.
Well, the two go hand in hand. Matching your strategy to your personnel is key.
And so Payton will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. They lead by 14. And Holiday throws it down.
He has a score-first mindset. Each one plays with a lot of poise, and that buys him time to find an open man.
The Timberwolves shooting 45% from the field early. Stolen by Holiday. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Okafor is checked in for New Orleans. Solomon Hill comes in for each one more. The Timberwolves also changing it up. Sharch checked in for Gibson. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Teague. Timberwolves trail by 16. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game. New Orleans making some changes here. Miller comes in for Julius Randle. And Ian Clark subbed in for Drew Holiday. The Timberwolves also with a sub. Zhang's checked in. Rose against Payton. Rose kicks to Sharch. And the pass to Wiggins. Wiggins drawn the double team. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Jahlil Okafor.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throws of the game.
Taking 2 shots.
That's good from Bayless. He's perfect from the line this time. Pelicans leading by 14. Hill passes to Okafor. And then Okafor slams it in.
The offense is running well, but more importantly, they're taking the shots they know they can make.
Hard to maintain your discipline, but obviously this was the game plan coming in, and they're carrying it out.
And the Timberwolves with possession here, following the score by New Orleans. Back to Wiggins. Saric finds Wiggins. Here's Saric. And slam dunk by Saric.
And putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like that.
And Gia, he does put in the work. You're right. It's why he's on the finishing end of one putback slam after another.
He just never gives up on any play, any shot. He's always battling in the paint. He's one of the best at that position.
Rose passes to Jang. And finished off by Jang.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Not only does that dunk help in cutting into this league, but it gives this team a real confidence boost, too.
Here's Rose, following the basket by Elfrid Payton. And finished off by Jang.
Nice pass by Derrick Rose, spotting a wide-open guy from the corner of his eye.
And Okafor at the basket on the assist from Payton. Payton's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Rose kicks to Zhang. Basket counts. Zhang's got 6. New Orleans leading by 14. Here's Miller. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
1:19 left to play here in the first. Wiggins outside. Saric has the open look. No good from outside. On offense, here are the Pelicans. And Alvin Gentry's been coaching in the NBA for almost 3 decades now. Steve, he knows how to get things done.
And a lot of what Gentry does is gives his players freedom. As long as they take care of business, he won't meddle too much. Does a great job of managing personalities and keeping egos in check.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Bayless, it's good. This time the assist from Rose.
Derrick Rose moving the basketball with ease, really setting up his teammates, setting the play for them.
Was shot by Payton, no good. Timberwolves trail by 12. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. To the middle, here's Rose. Pelicans with the rebound. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And sometimes in that hostile environment, it is hard to stay true to who you are. But give them credit, they did, especially on offense.
Well, they came in with a strong game plan, made adjustments when they needed to, and kept the crowd out of their heads.
And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans, up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. Back to the action after this word. All-star big man Karl-Anthony Towns is hungry to maximize his potential.
Please don't try to play us.
I want to be the best player who ever played, and I feel that I could do that. I think I have the God-given talent and the God-given abilities to make it happen, and I have total confidence in myself every single day. I wake up that I could be the greatest player who ever played. I know if I continue to put the work ethic in and continue to do all the little things I need to do, I could find myself in that conversation. But, you know, obviously I got to learn every single day and never take no days for granted.
His coaches, Greg, and teammates love hearing that.
And how can you not? I mean, that kind of drive is special. And with his tools and potential, hard to put a ceiling on just how good he can be.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a comfortable margin for the Pelicans here, guys.
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
Fun to watch. They give you no time to set up on defense, and we see that reflected in the score.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Jarrett Bayless is out there with Rose. Then it's Wiggins. Then there's Šarić, and it's Jang in at the center position. Pass to Wiggins. He kicks it to Bayless. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Bayless has got 6 points. Pelicans leading by 12. It's stolen by Rose. Pass to Jang. Jacks up a three. Here's Bayless, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Timberwolves have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
That's good from Bayless. And Smitty, if you had to boil it down to a single play in your career, what was your biggest moment?
Kevin, I'm glad you asked that question. I can also get it out there to everybody in the basketball universe. Game 7, Western Conference Final. Shaq fouled me, and they did not call the foul. Shaq fouled me, Kevin. That play still haunts me. I'm still mad.
Really? After all these years?
Yes. And he still lets me know that he didn't foul me, so we got to run the tape. He fouled me.
Right.
Once he's dialed in, helping to dictate the flow of this game.
Poked away. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 5. The kick out to Rose. Back to Bayless. There's the 3. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. New Orleans leading by 12. And it's Miller penetrating over Šarić. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Miller's got his second bucket tonight.
Didn't have any problem knocking that one down. Another defensive lapse leading to 2 more.
He gets that one.
Yes.
And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. 17 points was their biggest margin. Up next for them, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Drew Holiday, he's checked in for Payton. And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
And unfortunately, injuries will always be the concern with Derrick Rose. Still loves the game of basketball, knows he is limited compared to what he once was. Amazing with all he's fought through, he can still perform at such a high level.
I can't even feel my face. Disrespect, get out of place. Then we're gonna put you in your place. Bar 9. All my little on the rhyme. All my little go dumb. When they pull up on me in the traffic, they holler, put me on son. 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 Yeah, we really going down. Put me on son. 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 Yeah, we really going down. If they ain't got a price to pay.
A moment now to see the numbers for Derrick Rose. How last month turned out for him, averaging about 15 points, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And the numbers, they back it up. Whether he can sustain this level of production, we don't know. But the arrow's pointing upward right now.
And with Rose, as you said, his love of the game is still there. He still wants to play.
I mean, many players would have just walked away from having their body betray him. But Rose said last season he loves what he gets to do and still would be a water boy if he had to. You have to admire Rose's attitude and approach in that regard.
You know, he had a hot start to this game. He's only gotten hotter. We'll see if the defense makes an adjustment.
And the Timberwolves call time.
Yeah, and the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
You know, for the most part, their perimeter D is holding up, but they might have to sacrifice some of that to close down the lane.
Get some information from the 2K leaderboard. In about the last 10 games in the NBA, during that span, these teams have the most second chance points in the league. The Timberwolves, number 1.
I mean, you love their aggressiveness, not settling for one shot offensively, but really running down those loose boards and converting for extra points.
The shot by Sharch, no good.
How does he miss that layup? He's too good to be doing that.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Smitty, so much work done by the players in the offseason. In terms of development, which skills tend to be the easiest to improve upon?
I think there's one, and you got to call it a skill right now, is the easiest is getting in tip-top shape, because that's all on you. Being able to put in the time in your body and nutrition. Next, I think for guys is defensively. I think that's the skill that you obviously can work on. It's about lateral movement, and you don't need others. You can come out and work on that. Next, I think for guys is shooting. And I wouldn't say you'll be Steph Curry from one summer to another, but if you put in the work, you'll see the percentages starting to go up.
Both free throws good for Miller. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Inside, and slam dunk by Sharch.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one. Timberwolves trail by 14. To the paint, Okafor with the steal. There's Miller with the three. Good for the fifth time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
This is what these perimeter plays are designed to produce. Quality looks for spot-on shooters.
And slam dunk by Sharch.
And a long windup and strong follow-through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up. And the rejection by Jang. Bayless from long range. It's Clark with the rebound.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
The shot by Holiday, no good.
No hesitation. He took it right to the rack. But a quick reaction by the defense.
That one goes in.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Clark. That's tipped. Knocked away. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Sharch. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. Taking a look at Minnesota. It's been a rough season for them. The good news is the lottery is only a couple months away. And, of course, New Orleans, right on their heels and with their sights set on gaining ground.
Well, right now for the Timberwolves, they weren't part of the discussion of teams on the rise as we came into the year. And now, quite frankly, we know why. If anything, they've taken a step back.
They really have. And maybe it's not the time to close the book on their season just yet, but that time isn't far off.
And Drew Holiday, Steve, is such a huge factor on the defensive end whenever he's on the floor.
You know, it's been a focus for him to step his game up on that end of the floor. He moves his feet so well that guys can't just blow by him. Numerically, the way he discourages shots at the rim, it's like having a defensive center on the floor.
Free throw, good, Holiday.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Some changes for New Orleans, and Anthony Davis is checked in for Okafor. Rando comes in for Darius Miller, and Moore subbed in for Ian Clark. The Timberwolves also changing it up. Karl-Anthony Towns checked in for Jang. Gibson comes in for Šarić, and it's Teagan for Jared Bayless. Both free throws good from Holiday. And so it's Rose bringing it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Down by 15. They host the Clippers after this game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. And it's Towns missing. The Pelicans have gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter, up over 50%.
Well, when we talk about AD as an athlete, a major component to that is his body control, able to adjust off contact to finish the play.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
One shot, gentlemen.
And that one falls for Anthony Davis. Timberwolves trail by 18. It's stolen by Davis. And here's the fast break. Davis leading the way. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
You like the unselfishness there from Davis, a high-scoring big who can facilitate.
Outside Teague. To the paint. Here's Towns. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Wow, he got whacked on that, which shouldn't be much debate there.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Karl-Anthony Towns. 2 shots.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
No good on that one.
And already a leader at such a young age. Towns' teammates look to him to anchor them on both ends, and he has not disappointed.
Good on the second free throw.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
And there's the foul. It goes on Taj Gibson. That's his first foul.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Here's Moore. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Showing he's not just a perimeter jump shooter. Each one will push for a better shot if he sees an opening.
Here's Holiday. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Holiday's got 4 this quarter.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wentz.
Well, this is where he shows both skill and body control along with the attack mindset.
So we're always talking now about the modern super teams, whether they're a good thing or they're bad for the game. But the counter is that we've always had super teams at one time or another. Would you agree?
Yeah, I think we've always had super teams, Kevin. You look back at the Lakers with Magic and Kareem and Worthy. Those is kind of like a big 3. And you look at the Celtics back in the day with McHale, Bird, Parrish, those guys. I think right now what you're looking at is we haven't seen where MVPs go join other MVPs. That's where it's been the change right now. Now you're seeing the super teams. That's why I think it's changed.
And Rose drops them both.
Derrick Rose, the former Memphis Tiger, has a great combination of speed and athleticism.
And Drew Holiday, the bucket on the assist from Moore. Moore's got his 5th assist in this one. Minnesota's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Kicks to Towns. For Davis. Towns, no luck. New Orleans leading by 23. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball.
That's a jump ball.
So it's the Timberwolves now. For Minnesota, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the second quarter, just under 50% shooting. Rose, good. Rose has got 6.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finally finding the range here in the second.
And the rejection by Towns.
And his foot movement is what makes Towns such a terrific shot blocker. He moves so well and can defend just about any position on the floor.
Okogie, he's guarded by Hill. Outside, Towns.
Rough start to this game. Hits one bucket in the first and nothing here in the second. Oh my. See, you can't do that without great athleticism, and that's one thing AD brings to the party.
And a terrific bit of chaos there on the replay presented by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. Offensive rebound. Gibson dishes to Towns. Okogie just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Davis with the bucket.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
And it's Teague with the ball, but he brings it up for Minnesota. Outside Rose. Passes to Towns. Well, we've got a moment here. Let's see the league leaders in rebounding, the real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. Fourth, Anthony Davis.
And you can't win games without rebounding the basketball. That's what has made him such an important part of what they do.
And the first one at the line is good.
He's in attack mode, drawing contact now, getting to the line, something he didn't do at all in the first quarter.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Wiggins is checked in. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. New Orleans gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And Davis, here we go. Rebounded by Rose.
And that's the look this offense is designed to produce.
Always frustrating when you do everything right, yet just can't complete the play.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And just carrying over from his last game. Completely dialed in. You can sense his confidence.
I totally agree. Heat check after heat check. He realizes, man, I'm still hot.
The Timberwolves really have a tough one to go here. There's the pass to Towns. Outside Rose. Great D that time from Davis.
And forcing the miss there. He just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Now here's Teague. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. And that one's good. Wiggins.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Holiday. Minnesota with the rebound. Stolen by Holiday. Oh, and here comes Holiday all alone. Drops in the breakaway layup. Holiday's got 8 here in the quarter.
Another nice play by Drew Holiday, staying aggressive, scoring the ball at will.
T kicks to Towns. Got a piece of it. Outside Rose. Moore against Wiggins. 6 to shoot. Teague can't hit. Pelican shooting has been just uncontainable. 72%. And you look at Jeff Teague, now with a decade in the league out of Wake Forest. Greg, what does he bring to the table aside from the fact that he's been in the playoffs every single year of his career?
Yeah, I mean, he's an explosive slasher and really has grown as a playmaker. Not a star, but a quality starting point guard.
Here's Davis. Lays it up and banks it in. Davis has got 25 points.
Yeah, what a quarter for him. Firing on all cylinders, putting this team in a good place.
Out of bounds, Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession.
Now a moment to see the stats for Wiggins. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's putting up about 17 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
You need guys who understand their roles, carry them out without complaint. Everything he does is for the team.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. Alfred Payton, he's checked in for the Pelicans.
And who doesn't love stats? Here are some numbers for Julius Randle. 17th in field goal percentage. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And he's a guy who would rather pass the ball off than take a bad shot. Completely unselfish. Unbelievable. I love the way he plays. Here's Davis. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Exploiting the opposing defense in the paint here. That they've set up shop down in there this second quarter, and boy, are they cashing in.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
And high-quality numbers for him all season long. How about 81 from the line?
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Bayless is checked in. .139 left in the second quarter. T kicks to Towns. In the corner, it's Wiggins. A 3-pointer off the mark. New Orleans has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Davis finds Payton over Teague. Pelicans keep it alive. It's good.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
On the wing, Wiggins for 3. The kick out to Teague. From outside, off the mark. Teague's gone 1 for 5 from the field, 20%. Here's more. Trying to get open is Davis. Another one falls for New Orleans.
I will say this about his shooting stroke. It's pure when he's got it going. Perfect so far this quarter.
Teague bounce pass. On the wing, Wiggins. He's defended by Randle. Towns, high post. Over Payton. Trying to get open is Gibson. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Obviously, this has been a tough quarter for him, but he's still trying to keep a positive mindset.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
Shooting.
And Minnesota gets called for the foul.
It's not just the size of AD, it's the quickness. Allows him to beat defenders in traffic, forcing fouls.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
first free throw is good. And he can't hit the second. And here's Saric. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. To the inside. Moore with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And finished off by Anthony Davis.
Just increasing their advantage. And right now, they're in a zone on both ends.
Yeah, this lead has snowballed. Credit their killer instinct for piling on. Has his man, just misses with the pass. Not sure what happened on that play.
Outside Holiday. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
What a three at the horn as they end the quarter on a high note.
A little joke right at the buzzer.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. New Orleans on top, running away with it. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Alfred, what's working for you guys in the first half? How did you get yourselves going?
We were able to get out and run. We're getting it out the rim fast and getting out the court.
We'll see if you can keep running in the second half, Alfred. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After one half of play, it's been a one-sided affair. Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. It was a big-time first quarter from Anthony Davis. He ended up with 31 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists. Kenny, your thoughts, how the Pelicans are playing?
Well, how about their ball movement? That was a true definition of team basketball. All 5 guys moving, all guys rotating, everyone touching the ball, a bunch of assists, tons of easy baskets. It gives everyone on the floor confidence when you're playing like that.
Shaq, what you think about Minnesota?
Well, their sloppy play really surprised me, especially the turnovers. No matter who they had out there, they never seemed to be on the same page. Their only hope is to make every possession count, and that means taking care of the ball.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go over there.
Welcome back to New Orleans as we take a gentle cruise down the Mississippi River before returning to action. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Anthony Davis in this game, he's been everywhere.
Well, we saw in the first half, he has a nice mixture of moves down low, and they've been going to him.
He is reliable down there. Once he gets going, he is a machine.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. Down low, it's Randall and Davis. Payton and Holiday are together in the backcourt, and it's Moore in at the small forward.
And there's one thing that's never been in question about Wiggins, his ability to be a high-volume scorer. And in case you needed a reminder, he's giving you one tonight.
Pelicans pull it in. Davis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And there's Randall on the assist by Davis. 6 points for Julius Randle.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Shots good by Gibson.
Credit the D for being there, but major respect to Gibson for powering through and dropping the bucket.
Lays it up and banks it in. And that's 31 points for Drew Holiday.
He's in control when it matters, giving them a tremendous advantage right here.
And Holiday throws it down.
Quick, athletic, explosive. Holiday will leave you in the dust.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. T kicks to Towns. Wiggins outside. Back to Towns. Outside Teague. Shoots a 3. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
A solid beginning to this second half offensively. 3 for 4 from the floor.
Here's Davis. From down in the low post, it goes. Davis has got 33 points.
Nice body control. I like that Davis kept his composure after taking the hit.
Back to Gibson. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
From textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Randall. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
For Minnesota, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Pass to Wiggins. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting.
As solid as he's been, they're still behind. He needs help.
Andrew Wiggins, the number 1 overall pick back in 14. Great bloodlines, the son of pro athletes. The game just seems to come easy to him.
Towns with the bucket.
And from day one, Towns has been one of the NBA's top post players. A versatile, well-rounded game on the low block. It doesn't hurt that he can step outside and knock down the jumper either.
Pass to Wiggins. And the foul called on Anthony Davis. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. You know, Greg, the game comes so easy to Wiggins, but some say he needs to be more assertive, more aggressive. Do you see that?
I mean, high expectations for a player that was taken first overall. The length and athleticism should enable him to impact the game in so many ways, but, you know, his motor doesn't always rev high enough to take advantage.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one is on Towns.
Jahlil Okafor.
2 shots.
The first one falls. And so he makes both from the line. Timberwolves have gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. Down low. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And a chance now to see the numbers for Jahlil Okafor. Some impressive play from him over the last month. 4th in field goal percentage. And, of course, rim protection always at a premium. That's an important part of his game. Top 20 in blocks per.
And, yeah, he's such an efficient scorer. Understands the offense. Moves without the ball so well. That's why he's top 5 in field goal percentage. And he knocks down the first one. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
Start it.
Fans, the loudest section gets free t-shirts. Let's see who's the loudest.
Check it out, you're now rocking with the best. Display a new sound. Live on stage. We do it for you. Display a new sound. Basic mathematics, add, subtract. Me and the mic, we got this animal attraction. Mid-city out to Manhattan, ain't nothing fancy. Yellow cabs pass me by, I called it Lancey. My team moving through lights, camera, cameras in action. Thoughts to ideas, designs to manufacturing. And still Travolta, I'm still Samuel Jackson. Blasting live on stage is where it happens. Step to the zone, spotlight on, the sights on, all lives on. Turn the tables and the mics on. Fans clapping rock and they scream out loud. This time I give it back and applaud the crowd. That's the name I needed, display a new sound. All live on stage. That's the name I needed, display a new sound. Check it out, check it out.
And here's a look now at the last few months of assist numbers for Holiday.
One aspect of his game that's suffered the past few months has been his passing. He hasn't shown that same creativity with the basketball that we'd seen from him earlier in the season, and his assists are way down because of it.
And Towns drops them both. The Pelicans have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Good. Darius Miller's got 15.
Guys, he's having a ball out there. I mean, we knew going in that he'd have an advantage on the glass, but I didn't think he could be this dominant. What a difference.
And he's not going to back off. Even with that big lead, he's going to get more motivated to keep stretching out their lead.
And New Orleans pushing it up now. Hangs, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And on the defensive side, just a failure to match up.
Well, the one thing you want to take away is anything at the rim. Just too easy.
One shot, mind the lanes.
And that one falls for Clark. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Teague with the ball from downtown. Okafor grabs the miss. Okafor's got rebound number 5 here tonight. That's good from Randle on the assist by Miller. 10 points for Julius Randle.
Yeah, you see the killer instinct. He's going for the death blow.
True story. They got a monster lead that's taken a life of its own.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here.
Look at that jam.
Wow, nice.
I mean, just beautiful.
I totally agree.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. And that last replay, courtesy of the Under Armour Hover Havoc, unleashing a little bit of chaos.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
I love the adjustments he's made here in the second half, getting the looks he wants now and shooting a much higher percentage.
Jumps up, and Randle throws it down.
And everything they're attempting is going in. Tremendous run here in the third.
Something went on in that locker room. They've come out aggressive, but also extremely focused.
And a wide open look here for Wiggins. And again, unable to change momentum here. Randle with the bucket. Randle's got 19 points.
And it's been about that execution offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
That's what's extending this lead. The right plays, right time, and good finishing.
And it's Wiggins missing. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
And Teague's got the ball here for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Inside. Gibson passes to Towns. Basket good. Towns has got 11 in the second half.
He's just one of those guys who just knows how to generate offense regardless of the situation.
Okafor gets the bucket.
It's fine to extend your defense to try and create turnovers, but guys have to help each other.
That's been a problem for them all game. Teamwork is something you just can't turn on and off.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul, and he's on his way to the free throw line.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
For Minnesota, they have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12. Solomon Hill, he's checked in for Julius Randle. And then for Minnesota, Sharch has checked in for Gibson, and Derrick Rose is subbed in for Jeff Teague. The free throw drops for Towns. Well, for New Orleans, shooting has been sensational. 75% for the game. That one drops for him. Payton's got 10 points. Minnesota's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Rose kicks to Towns. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Towns has got 30 points.
Soft interior defense. You know he's going to be aggressive.
Here's Payton. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10. The Timberwolves shooting well. 52% in the third. They came to play offensively in the second half. Timberwolves passing it around. Okogie. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Payton against Rose. And the basket by Payton. Payton's got 6 in the quarter. Minnesota's got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointers since halftime. They're 4 of 7. And Rose, wide open. He shoots. A three-pointer, no good. So it's the Pelicans now. From the baseline. And the call will be against Darius Miller. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second personal foul. Coming onto the floor for the Timberwolves, Gorgie Dang. Jared Bayless.
The Timberwolves shooting reasonably well, 45%. Rose kicks to Zhang. And finished off by Zhang.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible. Now here's Bayless. He's guarded closely. Charge, that's good.
And you have to appreciate the aggression. Nice work inside.
Here's Miller. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
Dropping dimes all night. He's been completely locked in.
Unselfish basketball. That'll make you very popular amongst your teammates.
Darius Miller.
Here's Rose. He has 6. He kicks to Bayless. Pass to Wiggins. The shot comes out. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. Here's Hill trying to get open as Miller. Rebound by Rose. Rose has got his 4th rebound in this one. Right wing. Charge outside. Kicks to Wiggins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Sinks that one from the post. Wiggins has got 20.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Here's Payton. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Offensive rebound. It's Saric, top of the key. Misses off the right iron.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
And Bayless kicks to Zhang. Tries again. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Hill's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And that one's good by Clark. Clark's got 5 points in the quarter.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
And Elfrid Payton with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. New Orleans making some changes here. Davis is checked in for Miller. Ejuan Moore comes in for Ian Clark. And it's Drew Holiday in for Elfrid Payton. Here's Bayless. And it's off the back rim, no good. Well, for New Orleans, shooting just phenomenal here tonight. 73% from the field. And that one, good. And that's now 35 points for Anthony Davis.
You know, guys, fast break points right now in their favor, and they're really pushing the tempo.
a nice job of converting. But what really makes this play, the league pass.
Holiday goes in, and the layup falls. Holiday's got 35.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And it's Bayless in the corner. Hill pulls it in.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
He wants to help his team, but when you're in position to finish, it's hard to turn that down.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Rose finds Sharch. Out left to the wing. Pelicans pull it in. 46 seconds left here in the third quarter. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. There's the foul. That's against Minnesota.
2 shots.
Too much contact. You see what the defender's trying to do, but Davis can be sneaky.
He's had 6 attempts at the line, made 5 of them.
Anthony Davis taking 2 shots.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And that one falls for Anthony Davis.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
And so Anthony Davis nails both of them. 44 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Rose kicks to Sharch. A three-pointer. Wiggins, good on the three-point shot. Wiggins has got 12 points now in the quarter.
Another triple, and that's been the story of this second half.
Coming out of the break, they've relied on their perimeter offense to generate points. Right now, it's working.
And really the story of the half, one team shooting it lights out, the other, the lights are just out.
You know what? It's 2 competing philosophies. One team playing it close to the vest, the other fast and loose.
Shooting for Minnesota, Gorgie Dang. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
And Jang drops them both. Here's Wiggins. He's got 25. No good on the quick 3. 15 seconds left in the third quarter. Count that bucket. Davis has got 41.
He's so dangerous when pushing in transition. AD with the size, the athletic ability, the scoring ability. Terrific finish.
Rose passes to Wiggins. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And here's Holiday over Rose. He knocks it down right at the buzzer!
That's a shot he'll never forget, as dramatic as they come.
A thrilling way to finish this one.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. New Orleans on top, opening up a huge gap. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And so it's Kanan who will bring it up for Minnesota. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the 4th. Isaiah Cannon is out there with Jared Bayless. Then it's Gorgie Dang. Then it's Dang. And it's Bates Diop in at the 3. Holiday gets the bucket.
He's been unstoppable here late, trying to shut the door and turn the lights out.
And it's Bayless in the corner. And a miss there on the triple. And the Pelican shooting has been sensational. 75% for the game. Yes, that goes in.
And a high percentage look there, and he takes full advantage. Bumps up the lead.
Yeah, the lead now is double digits. Some tricky matchups out there. Not a lot of solutions.
Cannon from long range. Can't hit that one. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. Johnson goes in, lays it up, and banks it in.
Sharing the basketball. Plenty of guys talk about it, but not everyone does it.
Minnesota's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Johnson's got 4 this quarter.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
We know a lot of NBA players take how they've been rated in a video game, Steve, personally. You've made digital appearances during your career. Did you ever have any issues with the rating?
No, I didn't. And I think now these players grew up in this generation with video games. So, yes, they take it personally. They understand, and they're playing these games while they're in the NBA. So a lot of them, just like when the media is all over them, they want to have a say-so on how good they are, even in a video game.
To the middle, Davis. And it's Davis finishing it off.
He's in that AD rhythm. Defensively, you need to try and deny him the ball. He's too hot.
The Timberwolves have gone just 1 of 6 from the field to start the 4th quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Dang gets a wide-open look. Cans it from downtown.
I'll tell you, even though he's a question mark from range, you still have to defend him.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Timberwolves have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the 4th quarter for them. Cannon kicks to Bayless. This one for 3. They grab their own miss. The pass to Cannon. Here's Bates Diop. Off target from outside.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Minnesota foul called.
Well, we know Stanley Johnson was a 4-time state champion in high school in California. 3 gold medals with the U.S. youth teams. Pac-12 Freshman of the Year. I mean, he did it all. A lot of winning in his background.
You know, he plays the game with ultra confidence. He's fearless. Doesn't care who you are. He's coming head on.
One shot.
When we look, Steve, at big stats like double-doubles, triple-doubles, are we becoming too enamored with that versus how it might affect winning?
No, I think we're always going to have those double-doubles and triple-doubles. I just think right now when you look at it, so many more possessions in games. That's why we're having guys average a triple-double or having more double-doubles. But you also give those guys credit. The game and those players, they're just better right now, and they're more equipped to be versatile. But I do think we still got to keep the emphasis on winning. When a guy can get a triple-double in wins versus in losses or double-doubles or any kind of stats, I think that should be a category of his own.
The Pelicans have gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the 4th quarter, really getting it done.
And that's rough. He did have 3 in the first half, but hasn't had one since.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Here's Bayless. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Misses the 3.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And the foul's on Sheck Diallo. That is his first foul of the game. New Orleans making a switch here. Clark's checked in. Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Ian Clark. Pelicans call time.
Come on, New Orleans, your Pelicans dance team.
Jang, the pass to Bates Diop. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
High percentage play, working the ball in close, then the nice move to convert.
Connects again.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Cannon kicks to Bayless. Tipped away. It's stolen by Davis. All alone, and Davis throws it down.
You've got to be able to turn some people over. AD aggressive, finds a way to get them in transition.
And it's Cannon with the ball for the Timberwolves. And the foul's on Sheck Diallo. That'll be his second foul of the game. When you look at today's NBA salaries, Steve, do you feel the responsibility to learn financial management falls mostly on the players, or should the league do even more to help them find out about what they're going to do with all this money?
You know, I think it's the responsibility of both. I think the Players Association, also the NBA, and I think organizations as well. I think you look at it, we're all involved to get a chance to help these youngsters. It's not easy for a 19-year-old, 20-year-old to become a millionaire overnight. That's just not something that you're used to, and handling that, it has been a problem for some players in the past.
New Orleans has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And the shot is good from Johnson.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. There's Cannon with the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And you can see where they're attacking here in the fourth, strictly from the perimeter.
You know, plenty of teams, they try this strategy. Works when you're hot, but works against you when you're not.
New Orleans making some changes here. Jason Smith, he's checked in for Anthony Davis. And Miller's subbed in for Sheck Diallo. Miller finds Clark. Good. And Miller gets the assist. Clark. Miller's got 4 assists now tonight.
He had just enough breathing room around the basket, and he found a way to convert it.
Over to the wing. Here's Bates Diop offline with his 3. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Feeds it to Bayless. No good on that one. Good work defensively by Smith. Here's Clark. Minnesota with the rebound. Jang's got 8 rebounds in this game. Out to the right wing. Here's Bayless. Connects on the 17-footer. Bayless has got 7 points here in this quarter. Well, for New Orleans, shooting has been out of this world. 74% from the field. And the rejection by Jang. And the foul called on Jason Smith. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. Coming onto the floor for the Timberwolves, Anthony.
Minnesota shooting at 42% in this final quarter. There's Cannon with the 3. Kept alive. Here's Saric. Johnson with the block. Fires from 14. Second chance shot, and it's finished off inside by Smith.
Oh, easy put back. No one got a body on it.
And there's one thing you're trying to minimize. It's second chance opportunities. Poor defensive rebounding for them.
And Jang gets it to go.
Nice interior passing. And then the strong finish.
Here's Clark, and it's Clark slamming it down.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. Here's Cannon. Well, Steve, we've just come out of the first year where we saw legislation from the NBA about resting players. How do you feel about the new rules so far?
You know, I like them. I love that when you start to see these teams that was resting players on national televised games. But I think overall, just resting players. I think our contract says that we play 82 games unless you're injured. And if a guy is injured, you understand. But I love the new rules that was implemented.
I agree. Here's Clark, and they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Cannon dishes to Jang. Tolliver for three, and the rebound goes to the Pelicans. The baseline J. No good from Clark. The Timberwolves shooting 43% for the game. Tolliver the pass to Bayless. Smith with the defensive effort.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling. No one rotating over to help on the mismatch. Easy lay-in.
It's stolen by Johnson. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
When your defense translates into offense, it's a beautiful thing.
Here's Sharich. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Jason Smith.
A moment to check out who the New Orleans Pelicans have coming up. On Saturday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies. Then on Tuesday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Orlando Magic.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. You hear the term empty stats every once in a while, Steve, usually referring to great production on a bad team. How valid do you think that theory is?
It is. A lot of guys you see are averaging, these numbers, and players look around, and the players you're saying, unfortunately for him, those numbers are empty stats because there are a lot of times these numbers are found and when the game is decided. And a lot of times on bad teams, you see these guys going for numbers. Then you get a chance to see them play on good teams, and those stats just don't match up.
Good explanation. And it's good for 2. Tolliver's got 5 points now this quarter.
And this is the value of letting the play develop. You find the weakness in the defense.
Here's Hill. Good. Great play set up by Frazier. Frazier's got his 7th assist in the game.
Surveying the defense there. He makes a terrific read.
Cannon looking over the floor. Pass to Tolliver. Launches a 3. Hill pulls it in. Hill's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Clark, and it's New Orleans scoring again.
I tell you what, his accuracy has been the story of this game.
And to do it in the 4th quarter, you're trying to extend the lead. He's making that happen.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
Count it.
Jason Smith.
And so it's Canaan who will bring it up for Minnesota. Tolliver for 3. It's hauled in by Frazier. New Orleans has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Goes up the baseline. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Timberwolves shooting 43% for the game. Here's Bayless. And easy 2 points on the layups. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
Fantastic rim protection. That's not in his wheelhouse to overcome.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Pelicans.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And with this win, they bring the season series to an end, guys, with a split, 2 games apiece.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Anthony Davis.
How about the rhythm he got into tonight? Unstoppable at the offensive end. And the coach was smart. He kept calling his number.
And it's Miller penetrating. Through the net again. He's done that 10 times tonight, and he's only needed 11 shots to get there.
And this is the kind of deficit it would take a miracle to overcome.
I think this hometown crowd agrees with you. They are fired up about it.
Tolliver for 3, and again, Minnesota with the triple. And so timeout taken by Alvin Gentry. Guys, what do you think?
Now, you know, I'm not sure why you call a timeout this late. I mean, the game is more or less over.
I'm not questioning that either, but he clearly hasn't given up on this one quite yet.
We've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Anthony Davis.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. .20 seconds left in the game. Nice shot by Smith.
And just staying aggressive, continuing to extend that lead.
They left nothing to chance. This is how you close out.
And Smith with the stuff.
And he just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Here's Cannon. So we see New Orleans taking the W here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Jalil here at home with a competitive matchup. What got you guys over the top tonight?
Just staying together as a team, playing as hard as we could. The fans were great, and we wanted to play good for them.
And you surely did, Jalil. Thanks a lot for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.
Didn't want me, now I'm hot, fall on me. Back then, didn't want me, now I'm hot, fall on me. Back then, didn't want me. moment, now I'm hot all on.
Keeping them Bobos, keeping them Bobos, repping Bobos.